Bobo C. Tiberius here with round 1 of a Modern League. Right after the ban of Bridge from below, we are playing Martyr Proc, and we are mulliganing that hand. We are tempted to mulligan this one, though if we get a white mana and we are on the draw, this hand is fine. So we will keep it, because going down to 5 is going to be really, really bad. We'll send the Generous Gift to the bottom, since we already have the Winds of Abandon for creature removal in case something bad happens to us. If we're able to get out of the gates with this hand, we are very, very happy. We could have gone down to 5, but with our opponent going down to 5, we stand a decent chance of being able to get to the late game with relative ease. Opponent starts with a sleight of hand after cracking Misty Rainforest for a Steam Vents. That's an interesting start. Very interesting start from our opponent. Either they are a blisteringly fast deck and we're in a lot of trouble, or they are a more mid-rangey deck and we'll be able to get to the mana we need to get to make things happen. I am a little worried about this just being Storm and having to Ghost Quarter my own Ghost Quarter to Path of Baral. That would be really unfortunate. Other than that, I'm okay with a lot of what this could be. I'm just very curious about the Misty Rainforest into the Steam Vents. That the only thing that tells me is Rug. There's a Fiery Islet. Sorry, Fiery Islet. Islet. I think it's Islet. It's gotta be Islet, right? Like Isle and then with a T on it. Words are hard. I'm not an English teacher or anything. Well, here we are. Not having a white source. We could play that Ballista, but if they're not going to play anything, I'm not going to send that out there to get bolted. Steam Vents shocked in. It is an Electromancer here. So we'll see if they, this is Storm, so we'll see if they go for it. Can we draw a Plains? We need a Plains. Unfortunate. So we'll tap for mana. Ghost Quarter our own tapped Ghost Quarter. And we will cast Winds of Abandon here. And that way we still have the paths. Our opponent mulled to 5, so their hand can't be great. So I doubt they have another Baral or Electromancer effect. This is a very wonky game for both of us, it looks like. I would love to just spend the rest of the game drawing lands. That would be perfect. An interaction I haven't seen yet or noticed yet is how good Ranger-Captain is against Storm. So, got that going for us. We draw another land, which is desperately needed, and we will Path Electromancer here. It's very, very nice to have so many Electromancers. Sorry, so many answers for the Electromancer, I should say. Another path. Definitely would much rather be drawing lands at this point in the game. Would love to get Ranger-Captain out so we can start doing stuff. They're borderline at the point where they can start going off without the Electromancer effect. So we do need Ranger here. So the only out we have to not die if they get another land and can start going off is to cast a Walking Ballista and then path it, but that just takes so long and is a waste of resources. I'm just going to die if they start trying to go off. Really, really rough start so far to this game, but we do have game 2 and 3 to get our act together. They'll draw a card with Fiery Islet. Getting very lucky here that they can't go off. Wow. Okay, so I mean, at this point we just lose the Ballista. I think at this point we just lose the Ranger, unfortunately. The 4-mana Ranger, not the 3-mana Ranger. We love 3-mana Ranger here. Just super awkward. Gifts? Yeah, there's the gifts. Theoretically, gifts for... They only have 2 Electromancer effects, so we can send both of those to the graveyard. Ritual, Warren's, Grapeshot, Past in Flames. I guess we will give them the Past in Flames. Sorry, give them the 2 Stormspale spells and make them pay if they want to use the Past in Flames here. Blue-red for a Manamorphose. They have a land. So they can now Pass in Flames and Desperate Ritual, I think? No, they can't. They need another mana to be able to do that. And they get it. So now they can start going off here. Sort of. They can sort of start going off. Oh, they keep finding rituals, or they keep having rituals, so now they're in good shape. Here comes the Pass in Flames to cast more rituals. They only have 1 draw spell, though. 2 draw spells to draw more stuff. Then cast Sleight of Hand and the ritual here. But once they do that, they have to find a way to get to gifts. No, they can gifts right now if they wanted to. For more rituals. Storm count is 8. They only have 2 spells left from their Past in Flames. They can cast Sleight of Hand and gifts off of what they have. What do they need if they... So if they Sleight of Hand first, hope to see another ritual. If not, they have to gifts for the ritual. Oh, that Sleight of Hand came from hand. And this Serum Vision does 2. So now they can't gifts unless they find a Metamorphose. They're just gonna try to empty the Warrens here. That will get us unless we find a Kami off the top. Even if we do find a Kami off the top, we're still in pretty big trouble. Martyr buys us some time. Martyr will be able to gain us 18 life here and buy us some time. Unfortunately, it doesn't really matter what we draw. If I don't think we can get out of this, if I'm being perfectly honest. At this point, we're just draining the clock. So we'll take 21. We'll take 3 here. We'll net lose 3 life. Yeah, there's not a lot we can do here. In hindsight, I guess we should have gone down to 5, but it is what it is. There's a Baral. Will they start going off again here? The amount of times I've beaten Storm to the clock is pretty high, so if they do try to go off here, that's mostly fine. I have 22 goblins, so Ballista can get it down to 20. Yeah, there's just not much we can do here. Another Martyr. Buys us more time. It sucks to do this way, but they remand. So that will get us there. That will get there. And we will discard, and we're actually just going to concede here. Tough break, but now that we know what we're up against, we know exactly how we have to keep. Damping Spheres are great here. Rest in Peace is great here. Ghostly Prisons will come in. I doubt they make it past the first cut, but they might. Elspeth is not very useful here. Walking Ballista, I think, is safe to cut. Kami is safe to cut. The Runed Halos end up being fine. The Winds of Abandon end up being fine. I'm actually going to cut all the Wraths now that I think about it. And all but one of the Ghostly Prisons. I mean, if they go off, then I'm dead. Let's be clear about that. If they go off, I'm dead. So I'll cut the Proc since I'm bringing in the Graveyard Hate. I'll cut the Crucible since I'm bringing in the Graveyard Hate. And that will allow us to actually keep some of the Wraths in. So we'll keep the Wraths in. That's fair. Actually, yeah, let's keep the Wraths instead of the extra Ghostly Prison. I will keep one Proc just in case. Could cut down to 2 there. Been a while since I played against a Storm deck. Trying very hard to not forget how to actually play against Storm. rough for both our opponent and ourselves there. We mulled to 6 and probably should have gone down to 5. They did go down to 5. So, it is what it is. Games 2 and 3 are very winnable, bringing in the Rest in Peace and the Damping Spheres. I like the addition of Winds of Abandon here as extra paths. This hand feels okay. This hand actually feels very good. Often they don't have lightning bolts, so this is just okay to do. And if we draw a white card, we can really start applying strong pressure to them. And getting ourselves into harder to storm range. We do not draw the white card. I will play that Blast Zone. That can come in handy at killing an Electromancer or a Baral later in the game. And we'll attack here. And we will still shoot Serra into the air with the Martyr. I think since we know we have the Winds of Abandon, it's safe to do that. Oh no, wait, we won't do that. We're bad. We're super bad. I think it's a good use of mana, though, to leave it out there. That's why I needed the extra white card. Math is hard. I've already failed at English and at math in this stream, so here we are. Let's see if they play it. They abrade our Serra Ascendant. Okay. We get a path. So I like being able to just Damping Sphere here, since they've already used up an abrade. And then crack in with Martyr for damage. Still able to hold up path. Thing in the Ice. Okay, sure. We've got lots of answers to a Thing in the Ice, plus the Blast Zone, which is just also an answer to the Thing in the Ice. Let's Ranger here. Let's maximize mana and Ranger here. We don't need to worry about the Thing in the Ice just yet, so we don't need to shoot the Blast Zone up just yet. I like being able to get 2 Serras so we can kind of present a lot of damage next turn. Opponent needs to answer that Damping Sphere. They will just... That's a pretty stellar play, honestly. Especially with Damping Sphere out, that tells me they don't have a way to answer it. So, that is what it is. Might as well send this out there and start smacking in. We're very close to being able to use Winds of Abandon for more than 1 mana. For more than 1 creature, I mean. With our opponent stuck at 2 lands is really bad for them. We know that feel from the last game, but never feels great. In hindsight, I should have got Martyr Serra with that Ranger. Bit of a misplay there. They will shock in the land. So we will put some charge counters on Blast Zone here. So we have it up to 2. That way we can 2-for-1 their Thing in the Ice and a Storm creature. That does get our Damping Sphere though, so we will only do that if they kill our Damping Sphere. Start attacking in, gaining life. Making it harder for them to do stuff. They block the Ranger. And we get in for 1. There is an argument next turn to path the Thing in the Ice. They Echoing Truth are Serra Ascendants, not the Damping Spheres. Okay. So now there's not an argument to path Thing in the Ice. Pieces of the puzzle. They grab the Manamorphose and the Gifts Ungiven. And we'll path here. Start getting in for damage. We definitely... I mean, in hindsight, flipping the Thing in the Ice might have been better for us because we can get the Ranger back to hand, but we can also present a 2-turn clock this way. And against Storm, I think it's always better to present as quick of a clock as you can. That always feels better to me. They Serum Visions. So now they cannot cast the Gifts Ungiven that we know they have. They can't go to their end step or else they have to discard. They will go to their discard. I like keeping that Blast Zone at 2. They discard the Gifts Ungiven. We get a Mistveil Plains. We'll get in for 5. Present a lethal clock. This is their turn. They can bounce and then try to go off. They will bounce and then try to go off. They have to do so with only 4 lands, though. Manamorphose. Scalding Tarn. Aria of Flame, which that pushes our Serras in the air. They need to go pretty hard here to make that happen. Let's see how their math is. Three lands, 3 mana, Manamorphose, trying to draw rituals to kill us with Aria of Flame. That's kind of their only shot. They could also do a soft grape shot here to wipe our board. That's just as much of a possibility. They have a grape shot. They can use it now to wipe our board. Desperate Ritual. Empty the Warrens. That's a lot of blockers. So now I'm actually really happy we didn't cast the Winds of Abandon. So we'll do this way. We do want to be able to kill that Aria of Flame if we need to. But I think we get there here. And we'll attack for lethal. And we get there. So going to game 3, our opponent has 10 minutes to kill us. I was very happy with that. Being on the play is a lot harder to pull off against the deck. But we will do our best here. Winds of Abandon came in really clutch there. They would have been able to stall for a while had we not had that. I am most... Interesting hand here. We have 2 answers. As we can name Grape Shot with Runed Halo, we can name Gifts Ungiven with Runed Halo. We are on the draw, so we will be able to get Serra into Martyr active pretty quickly. I think we go for it here. Famous last words. We obviously want to draw something here, but I think we have enough pieces to stall them, and we can present a very vicious clock with the Serra Ascendant. Put them in a position where they have to either A, Grape Shot a Serra Ascendant, or B, take 6 damage of lifelink every turn. They keep they mull all the way down to 4. So we're in really good shape now. Bummer for our opponent there. Let's see if how good their keep was. We draw Flagstones, not the white card we want to see. Fetch on our instep. Still no white card. Let's get the Martyr out there. If they bolt it, we can just path it, I guess. No, I wouldn't waste a path like that. I would just get the life and keep working. They abrade our Serra Ascendant. Womp, womp, womp. We're going to bash in with Martyr then. Opponent does not get stuck on land. Bully for them, I suppose. Manamorphose. They have one card left in hand after this. Crack Scalding Tarn. We would love to rip a Rest in Peace off the top here. Piece of the puzzle for Baral, Bolt, Echoing Truth, Island, and Serum Visions. Let's see what they put in their hand here. They put Echoing Truth and Bolt into their hands. All right, all right, all right. Let's start taking them off of red mana then. I think I only saw basic islands last game. Oh no. Shame. That's okay though. Did we see 2 and 2 or 1 and 2? I would prefer to not draw these anymore, if I'm being perfectly honest. Like, I'll keep using them, but I would prefer to not draw them anymore. I guess it makes me more likely to draw stuff, like it raises my percentage points just a little bit. Do they use the mana here? Yep, they do. So we'll go up to 27. We really need to draw a Ranger here. That would be the ideal. Well, all right. If you insist. I do eventually want to play that Runed Halo, but I want to make sure that once we play it, it shuts them down. Little engine that could here. Abrades our Serra Ascendant. Okay. Okie dokie. Desperate Ritual. For what? Pass and Flame? Oh, empty. Okay. Just gonna try to kill us that way. And so much for that idea. So we'll get a Martyr and a Serra. And that should take care of this one. I guess they can bounce the Serra. So let's put the Martyr out there. And let's not crack it right away. We want to be able to get up to the life total and take some goblins with us. We don't have to rush. They're kind of just circling the drain here. They can attack for 4, get 2 of it in, we'll gain 9. So 37, 35. And then they have to use the repeal effect on Serra. There's a thing in the ice. We don't really care. I have no problem leaving that Martyr up and gaining more life. We could name Awoken Horror here and let them bounce Thing in the Ice. I mean, that's interesting. It seems more cute than good. I think we just path the Thing in the Ice. Let's activate. Go up to 40. And play a Serra. Opponent has 5 minutes left to kill us. With 3 cards in hand, us at 40 life. This seems very, very good for us. Very bad for them. I'm going to bring both graveyards up. I like everything that's in our graveyard. There's Aria Flame to get us up to 50. I guess I could have named that, but I can also just name it next turn, and they die faster. I'm actually glad I let them cast it. So that should close this match out on time, as Arya Flame forces them, every time they cast a spell, they're going to have to bolt themselves, or ping themselves, whatever it's at, since they are the only valid target. Runed Halo is just the perfect way to shut down Arya Flame, and it wins us the game. I'm actually glad I let them cast it rather than throwing it out there, because they wouldn't have casted it, and now that just closed out the game for us. So even after a really rough game 1, we stomp on Storm twice to get the first win of this league. We will see you in the next one.